Hello dwellers, welcome back to Fallout 4. You're with me, Sovereign, and I've got another help and tips video for you guys today. This one's about legendary weapons, and let me just say I've been calling them unique weapons because I wasn't sure if they were actually called legendary or not, but they are. When I was playing myself, I saw a loading screen that mentioned legendary items from legendary enemies, so they are in fact called legendary weapons. So I will refer to them as legendary from here on out. But really quickly, guys, I wanted to explain a little bit about how they work, just so that you guys know how to best help yourselves when you're watching these videos. Now, it's when you encounter these legendary enemies, it's like a roll for the chance to encounter them. So if you go to any of these places in the video that I am showing you, these enemies may not be there. But that's okay, because in this game, enemies do respawn after 3 days. And that's game days, so I believe you can rest or sleep for like 3 days, and that will do it. But anyway, all you need to do is if you don't encounter them, then go away for 3 days, come back, and you'll basically have a chance to re-roll to see if you run into that enemy, and they will drop the items that I'm showing you. The places that they spawn are set, so the enemies will spawn in the places that I have shown you. Also, the higher your difficulty is, and I also discovered this, just from playing, then the higher your difficulty is, the more likely you are to run into a legendary enemy, and hence the more likely you are to actually get a legendary item. I am actually playing on hard now, so I ran into like 5 or 6 legendary enemies in just like 2 or 3 hours today. It was crazy. So we've got a lot of stuff in this video though, guys. This one is packed with all kinds of good stuff. I'm really happy with it, and I think you guys will be too. So let's take a look at what we've got here. I hope that this video helps you guys. If it does, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe while you're here. Why not, right? So let's jump straight in. Alright, so look carefully at the area on the map. I don't hold it up for very long, but it is just to the east of Sanctuary. Just to the east of Sanctuary. And it's right next to this crashed vertibird. You'll see it's on my right. There's also a suit of power armor over there. If you have not found this yet, it's very, very close to Sanctuary, so I would imagine that you have. But nonetheless, heading this way, I was actually hunting for some rad stags, and I found a couple of these mole rats just chilling out. Killed one of them. The other one wound up being a legendary glowing mole rat, so that was really cool. So killed him, of course. And again, you guys, this might not happen every time you come here, but it will. So just keep re-rolling if you need to. Shouldn't take too long. And so you see, these are the Poisoner's Metal right leg. 25 poison resistance. That's pretty hefty. I've got to say that is pretty awesome. And of course, even more awesome because you can upgrade it and mess around with it and mod it. Awesome. So next, guys, take another look at the mini-map here. Alright, see where I'm at right there, and Sanctuary, again, is just back to the west of me, so I'm still pretty much straight east from Sanctuary, just past where I was with the mole rats. Now you're going to come across a base here. It's going to be a raider base, and yeah, expect some resistance there, but the worst part is there's a named raider here, like a boss raider, if you will, Boomer here. He has a fat man, and yes, he does have ammo for it as well, and so maybe take a couple pot shots at him, and you hear that coming, then get out of there, guys. Run away, and just again keep taking pot shots at him from a distance. You know, I prefer to snipe from a distance and try and keep it stealthy, and so I was able to do that. I kept aiming for his head and eventually broke his helmet off completely, and so I was able to get the killing shot pretty damn easily. So once you kill him and you get down into the base, this base you can actually build on. This is another base that you can have settlers come to, that you can build on, that you can make a home for people with. So that's awesome. But then here we go. We have an astoundingly awesome tales. This book will allow you to have 5% additional damage that you can inflict on your enemies at night. And that is awesome because I don't fear the night in this game. I run through the night, as you can see. So that's excellent. Alright, next we have, right there is Sanctuary, pretty much going straight south, just a little to the east, to the Boston water treatment plant. Now this plant I came to on a side quest, and I actually found this booklet, and it was awesome. This booklet allows you to make lawn furniture, yard furniture, whatever you like to call it. Patio furniture is the word, that's it. So It lets you make patio furniture, which is cool. I mean, there's not a bunch of editions that are made by that, but I mean, nonetheless, it's pretty cool. It gives you more building options. You can make patio tables, patio chairs, and so on. Again, very cool edition. Now, I'm including some of these books and not all legendary items simply because some of these books are so cool. Now, as you're in this plant, you have to raise and lower, well, just lower the water level according to the side mission specs that you have to do. Just keep in mind, when you do this, it's going to stir up a lot of Mirelurks. I think I probably faced about a dozen-ish, possibly up to 15. There were a lot of Mirelurks here, everywhere. So you're going to want to watch out for them. And at one point, you see right here, I do run into a legendary Mirelurk. I probably should have used a gun with a little more punch, but I had, as you can see, a ton of 38 rounds, so I wanted to just use them. I recommend using a combat shotgun for this if you are leveled up high enough to get it, because it was excellent for this. Now, watch his health. You see his health refill, and he has this red aura around him. Some legendary enemies will mutate. So when you're shooting them, they will mutate, gain their health back. They will hurt you a lot more. I damn near died on this part, man. If I had reloaded just a half a second slower, I would have died. There is no doubt in my mind. He almost killed me. I was so close to death. I was terrified because I didn't want to lose this item. I did not want to lose it. So here we go. We have the VATS Enhanced Boxing Glove. This is awesome, especially for you guys out there that want to punch people to death. 40% less action point use. That is crazy. That is a huge decrease in action point. I mean, 40% is massive. So, for the next part, we're going down there to the Greater Mass Blood Center. It's almost straight south from Sanctuary. So we're going to head there. And when we get there, it's actually got quite a bit to it. You'll see there's a key here, so when you get up to the second floor, there will be a locked door. It's locked by a computer, which, for me, not having put any points into hacking, I was unable to hack it, but that's okay. We'll come back to it. But also in the second floor, amongst all the other random stuff that's laying around, was that key. Come outside, go around the side of the building, and you can use the key on this door right here. And all you need to do is just look through this place. There's a lot of good stuff. Here is this terminal. Hack your way into the terminal. Hopefully you can hack novice terminals, and once you do, the password to the terminal upstairs is on this terminal. So now you can get into the room upstairs. But before we do that, we're going to go down into the basement even further. This is where the good stuff is at. Now this is not, it's not going to be a legendary weapon, but it is a weapon that is extremely rare because so far, at least, it's the only one of its kind in the game. And I've probably uncovered about half of the areas on the map. So you see, I just got another key. There's all kinds of stuff to take down here. And here it is, the short syringe rifle. This will allow you to shoot syringes. And the cool thing is you make them at chem tables, chem crafting stations. So you can make them do all kinds of different things. We'll get into that more in a minute. So I got the code for this computer terminal from the one downstairs. I went ahead and just opened up the door. And I hate how long it takes, the mag locks. It's annoying. It drives me insane. So we've opened the door. I've got my badass pistol out ready to kill some peeps. And oh yes, we find another skill book. This is the surgical journal, and this will allow you to do 2% more limb damage to your enemies. So you can cripple your enemies even easier, or possibly take limbs off even easier, which I'm very much looking forward to when I get the railway rifle, wherever that schematic is. I don't know where it is. I haven't looked any of this stuff up online, guys. I want you to know that. This is all self-discovered. So anyway, here it is. I have modified it into the Marksman's Syringer Sniper Rifle. Basically, I put a longer barrel, a long scope, and a stock on the gun to make it. Now, the cool thing about this gun is that you can use a chem crafting station to make various types of injections with it, syringes, and I chose the bleed out syringe, and it's really, really cool. Basically, shooting an enemy with it will cause them to bleed out for 10 seconds for 30 HP damage, which is pretty goddamn sweet. I mean, really, it's cool. But also, I heard from a friend after I told him I found it. Apparently, he had found it as well before I did, as a matter of fact. And he had also told me that you could put beneficial syringes in there, like syringes that will restore health, and you could actually shoot companions with it to heal them. So assuming that that is true, and I haven't been able to properly test it out yet, then that is going to be friggin' awesome. I mean, finally we'll know how we can heal our friends in combat, so that'll be really cool. Just your friends getting hurt, pull out a gun and shoot them. There you go. Very nice. So here's how you load the gun. All you need to do is, when it's empty, press square to reload, and you choose your syringe and you stick it in the gun. Or you can press the fire button, the shoot button, while it's empty, and it will give you the option to load it as well. And so you can see I just shot this mole rat with one of those bleed out syringes, and there he goes. He just bled out. I made him bleed to death because I'm a cruel, terrible person. Okay, so the next place, again, almost straight south from Sanctuary, Fiddler's Green Trailers. First things first, you might see on the main building this roof with the 3 monkeys chilling on it. There's just a few random items up there, nothing amazing, but here's how you get up. I missed the first time. Second time, nailed it. Nailed it. And basically I just wandered around and explored. And there was some medics, some mentats up there, and then I was like, what is going on with these monkeys? So, I just decided to sit down, chill, and, get to know them. I mean, we are cousins after all, right? So I thought it would be nice to just sit here and have a nice little chat with the monkeys. So when you see those 3 monkeys, you can get up there. Anyway, coming into a trailer here that is in this park, you've got Live and Love. It gives you an additional 25% experience when you have a successful speech challenge with a woman. Now, I would assume if you chose to play as a woman, it would have changed this to when you have a successful speech challenge with a man. So, hopefully. Here we go. Yeah, I wanted to do something different. So, I went ahead and I got the master lockpicking skill. I went back to Vault 111 and I got the Cryolator. That's right. Yeah, I got the Cryolator. And I'm going to show you guys some kind of action with it here in a second. But check that thing out. It is cool, man. It is a thing of beauty. So after I get it here, I go back home. I mod it out a little bit. I put a better stock sight and barrel on it. That's all you can do. But, I mean, hey, that's cool. And so, yeah, I go home and I put a better stock sight and barrel on it so it'll be a little more accurate and I can aim it a little bit easier. And then I go out and I decide to have a little bit of fun with it myself. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that now. Here we go. So we've got some wild mongrels. I missed this first shot. I don't know how. It does fire kind of weird. It goes in like an arc pattern. So there we go. I hit the dog and I'm like, well, that's cool. And then I said, oh yeah, that is cool. So if you hit an enemy with it and it freezes them, you can then hit the enemy and shatter them afterwards. So I tried it again just to make sure. One shot freezes, hit him, and he breaks into pieces. Very cool. So guys, I hope that this video was helpful. There's a lot of great stuff to be found here. I've got plenty more coming. I found a ton of legendaries today. I hope you guys are enjoying these. Hey, don't forget to subscribe while you're here, you guys. We're growing, and we're having a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much to all the new subscribers as well. And I'll see you guys very soon.